All that awaits you are incomprehensible horrors. Smiling mouths full of teeth and meat and plastic. This world is theirs now. Welcome home.
Hello, my artistic enchiladas, and welcome back to another puppet showcase. Today we have CatNap and DogDays. Now, CatNap for me for the longest time was one of the most anticipated puppets of mine. One, because I was really looking forward to his reveal and design, and also just because I was really into him, because he was the idea of him just being a giant monster, because we didn't know what he was yet until his toy was revealed, and until just leading up to his the chapter and stuff, he was just hyped up to be this amazing villain, which he was, or monster, or whatever. And I was just so excited to make him, but I have a rule where I won't make something unless I know what the final product looked like. Because I had an idea of what he might look like. Just basically instead of just being like a twig like this, it would basically just be like a regular body. Like Huggy's shape of a body, but he was hunched over like a cat and stuff. And yeah, I didn't do that because I'm I have a rule. That's my rule. I don't make stuff unless the official design was revealed, unless I'm making my own thing, but that's a different story. Same thing with DogDays. I mostly made him out of sympathy, but we'll get into that. I'll do CatNap last. So yeah, here's DogDays. So, he was probably one of the funnest puppets I've ever made. I actually almost got the colors completely wrong. Now, someone is definitely going to say something about his hands. They're supposed to be this color. They're kind of dirty, so they kind of look like this color a little bit, or they just look like a different shade of this. So, I kind of just... Well, also, just because I like the way these look, so I didn't want to remake them, and then they're going to come out funky looking. They're not going to look good. So, I just stuck with these hands. And, yeah. I really like how he always... Okay, yeah, I made him out of sympathy just because he was just hanging there by CatNap and just begging for us to get out of the factory alive, fix the problems. Basically, just don't let anything else happen the way he was treated or something. I don't know how it goes. I felt bad for him, so I made him out of sympathy, and I actually really like him. Funny thing though, I actually showed my mom before I added this, so she hasn't seen the gore on him, and that's him. That's the gore right there. Also, I don't understand how he was alive with his lower half missing. I don't know if there were still some intestines that were there. I don't know. It was disturbing. I don't know how he was still alive. But yeah, his face was probably really... It was basically I'm kind of glad I made him first, so that way I had like blueprints on how to make CatNap's face. So thank you, DogDays, for existing. And I would have made the other smiling critters, but that's a problem because I don't know what they look like. So I'm probably gonna make fan designs, or I could just come up with my own design, since they could be very simple to come up with my own. I definitely want to make my own version of Crafty Corn and make her... If you didn't know, Crafty Corn, I'm into her because she reminds me of Sarah from my own character because of the same color scheme and stuff. So she's kind of my favorite one, but not really because CatNap is, but later that whatever. And then also, when I first made him, I didn't notice he had stitching, so I kind of added it post finishing him. And another thing is does he really have his thing? Because I don't see it. When he's dangling there, it's clearly not there, but I've seen stuff when he jump scares you, it's there. I don't know if he's just hanging there. It's around his neck, hanging in the back of him. And then when he's and then when he goes down, it decides to dangle in the front. I don't know. It's there after he starts chasing you. It's weird. But that's the one thing I probably didn't add on him. And honestly, I also got replies of saying I should add the eyes. But no, this is the version of him that I made. That had this is sympathy for him. If I made the one with the eyes, that's the smiling critters inside of him, which is very disturbing, let me tell you. And then yeah, I mostly just made him too because I was just happy that I finally got to make something again. Because when I had him, I did not have any colors whatsoever. Or I did, but I didn't know what to make out of it. So this is all I had. And yeah, this is him. Also, another fun fact, if you want, the ears are actually really thick because this color is actually underneath it. Very hard to tell. Probably cannot tell whatsoever, but there you can kind of see it a little bit in there. But yeah, it's under there, and that's why it's so thick, because I actually added the correct color right there. And yeah, also I saw some other guys make a Dog Days, like it's a big Dog Days plush. It's so cool. It's so accurate too. But I didn't get a good look at it because the video itself was just really shaky and stuff. So that sucks. I wish I could get a better look at it. I hope they make a review about it or a showcase, whatever. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about him. Obviously, this is a little inaccurate because if you're wondering why he doesn't have abs, this is just him sitting. He doesn't have abs, don't worry. Like the yellow is supposed to go underneath the belt buckle. I mean, I could probably add it. Like, I don't think you can. There's enough space to do it. I'm pretty sure. And his face is off a little compared to like I want to put his ears in front of him like that because that's how it's supposed to be. But then like I don't know. I guess it wouldn't work if I glued his ears to his mouth, if you know what I mean. So I'm just happy with how it is now. So yeah, here's a little 360. Yeah, there's not that much to say about him, but with CatNap, I have a whole thing to say about him. So I made a promise on Instagram and stuff saying, as soon as his bigger bodies version was revealed, I was gonna immediately start making CatNap, which I did. But at the time, I did not have any purple. But literally, the week Chapter 3 came out, or like when the trailer came out, I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I need to get... Because I actually sell stuff on Mercari. If you didn't know, check out my Mercari. I'm trying to sell some more stuff on there, but I don't know when. Like, I was telling my Mom, I need to sell more stuff to get material. I need to make this freaking cat. So that's what I did. So I had to... Because my mom always assists me, so like she's always here to hear out what I have to say about these things. So, yeah. And I was struggling a little bit finding colors for him. But before I get into the colors, I actually made the whole body out of pipe cleaners. But before I did that, well, actually not that before, but when I did that, and when the game was like officially released and stuff, there were some things on him that I missed. Like he has a pudgy belly a little bit. Like if you guys looked at him when he was kneeling at the prototype, he has like a bit of a belly. Kinda. I don't know. And he also I kept on adding more to his body. Like I added a rib cage, like the joints with like his skeleton and stuff, and then like I extended his tail 3 times, and I think it's actually right, but for some reason in the Hour of Joy VHS tape, it's like really long for some reason. I don't know. It's short. If you guys look in the game, it's actually pretty short. But yeah. Not short, but it's shorter than the one in the Hour of Joy. But anyways, moving on. And so when I finally got the chance to get the material, I ended up getting fluffy material, which is what I use here. And I actually always do that with the Poppy Playtime characters, except for Dog Days. He's the only one that if there's characters that are plastic, then they just have like all fleece, except for him, because I didn't have any material on me. I just was like, screw it, I want to make this guy. No one's gonna stop me, and that's what I did. So back to CatNap. He was different, and I actually had this material on me, which I got so lucky for. What the heck was that? And it's very, very messy. He's very... I'm not the cleanest, especially when it comes to claws. Like, I remember I took him out of the house, and one of his claws was about to come off, and it did eventually come off. So I actually went home, and I glued all these back on. Like, tightly. They're all on there pretty well now. And I might color them in paint to make them look a little cleaner, but... at the time, this is how they look now. And also for the face, I also added the black on the mouth and the eyes. I didn't add the pupils yet, because I didn't want. Oh my gosh, that freaked me out a little. I thought he moved. I didn't add the eyes yet because I didn't want to see the final product. I didn't want to see all the purple on him, and then it didn't look good, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I did. And if you guys probably can't tell, you probably can see it a little bit, but I actually colored some of the material with Sharpie because the eye sockets were a little too small, and if I left them the way they would just look like he's like happy, like he's all and whatever. But honestly, my favorite thing, he just turned out really good, in my opinion. I'm not trying to be egotistical, but like usually when I make a good puppet, I'm just saying I love this guy. His spine feels so cool, and like you can see his ribcage a little. Like I indented it with pipe cleaners. Like if I were to show you guys how it looked underneath, I would, but I can't because then it would destroy the whole thing. And yeah, and honestly, the hip, making skeletons. Making skeleton shaped bodies and then like tightening it with material is always fun for me. I never actually did that before. I only did that with like one character, the original ink demon from Benny and the Ink Machine. But this one was actually like an actual skeleton out of pipe cleaners, and then I went on from that. But yeah, like this was honestly just a really cool puppet, man. Like, the hype for him was real for me, and when I finally finished him, I was like, finally, I got this character out of the way, and I was able to finally make him and stuff. I don't know what else to say other than, like, hang on, here he is standing up. Hold on, yeah. Okay, here he is standing up. He's not that tall, if you look at him. Like, most of you probably have a Funko plush, right? Well, here he is next to one. And this is DogDays. He's pretty much just the same size, a little. Don't fall, I swear. But yeah, he can actually stand pretty well unless you mess with his tail, and then there you go. Oh no, I thought he was gonna fall. Anyways, but like, hold on. There we go. I'm really happy with this guy. He's probably my second favorite Poppy Playtime character after Huggy. Like, I can't have anyone top Huggy. He's cool. He's just my favorite. He's really cool. And oh yeah, actually before I go, I want to show you this. This was made out of foam sheets. I don't recommend using like plastic stuff for material. But Smash, you just said you use the plastic characters with actual fleece. Well, that won't work. If I put foam sheets is not like soft like material. I can't just bend it and fold it and hide seams. I can't do that. It'll look very messy. So that's why I did that. But yeah. And actually, real quick one more thing before I go. So actually, two more things. So the chain on his belt is actually made from a pipe cleaner. I glued it, and then I shaped it into a little buckle. Really cool. And all the stitching was right here. It's not actually stitched together. It's all glued. But I didn't glue the edges, so I was able to stitch it all up. It's really cool. I like the effect. It's not that cleanest thing, because looking at his pelvis, it's a little messy. But again, it's not a big deal.
Okay, this is my voice, Bo. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys could come back later and see some awesome videos with us. Okay, stick around. Okay. I love you all. I don't know you, but I love you all. Okay? God bless you. Actually, the prototype bless you, because he is a god.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. God bless you, and goodbye.